What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I'm Seth, THB's better looking half. Sorry, Cliff. Ready to guide you through Drain Lake. Today we are going to hit an entirely new area that we have not been to before. We are going to go to the Shaded Woods. And to do that, we gotta go back towards where we first started. Way back in the first video, I believe, we came out here and we saw Benhart. We're going to talk to him again today and hopefully get him to keep moving on with his little storyline here. But to get Benhart to really talk to you, you have to do something first. What do you have to do? Well, you gotta unpetrify the lady in the stone. This lady, right here. Don't pull this lever right away. Talk to this lady first. I don't. If you can hear, you might have heard the basilisk that's on the other side of the door here. Actually, no, I can't hit through there.
Thank you. I've been petrified. Hard to speak. Give me a moment, please. I'm fine, I think. No. I'm fine. Really, I am. Thank you so much for rescuing me.
Alright, this is Rosabeth. She's a pyromancer. As far as I know, the only literal pyromancer in the game. Strayed knew pyromancies, but he wasn't himself technically a pyromancer. As far as I know, Rosabeth's the only pyromancer in the game, which is strange compared to Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, they were everywhere. Could be a couple reasons for that. Could be that in Dark Souls 1, we weren't too far removed from the witch lighting the flames, so pyromancy was maybe more powerful and more common around that time. It's also possible that the practice just died off. Pyromancers weren't well looked upon in Dark Souls 1, even though they were more prevalent. So it's possible that just over the years, people stopped doing it, because it just wasn't favorably looked upon.
Oh, you're that traveler.
And this is some unused
I still
dialogue.
haven't. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy, so perhaps you could consider this my thanks.
Not unused dialogue, sorry. Misused dialogue. Rosabeth appears to have been intended to meet you in a different way. And From just never got around to switching her dialogue. She refers to you as that traveler. There's no reason that she should know you beforehand here, so it's just probably a relic from a different introduction.
I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags. I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life, but just look at me. Do you have any clothing that you could spare? I'll take anything, whatever you don't need. I'm not particular when it comes to apparel. Anything at all will do. Just put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
Okay, you don't actually put it on the ground. Again, that was probably a relic from a different manner of questing with them. With From's design team that still was left over when they published the game. She sells the quartz rings. Pyromancer Glocken crafted so many of these replicas that they became widespread, such that his fellow magicians harshly scolded him for undermining lessons gained from harsh training. Pyromancer Glocken was probably a student at the Melfian Magic Academy, implying that magic and pyromancy around this time may be not as distinct as they were in Dark Souls 1, which again, that could explain the lack of pyromancers in Dark Souls 2. It could just be that they see pyromancy and magic more as one item rather than two completely separate schools. She also sells the burrs and fire seeds. She sells 3 fire seeds. You could find fire seeds throughout the game, and you should be able to find enough to max out your gauntlet. If it were me, I wouldn't buy these. These are just, you could buy 3 here real quick if you really wanted to get a boost to your pyromancy right away. Also, if you're being a pyromancer, you can come and get Rosabeth as soon as you get a fragrant branch of yore. That's up to you. You don't have to wait as long as I did. And of course, she sells a bunch of pyromancies. Nothing particularly interesting. Poison mist, maybe. But we're going to give her equipment so that she will move on. Let's give her an imported hood. One of my mini infantry armors. Mannequin gloves. And rogue leggings. Yeah, let's talk to her.
I have my very own teacher. His name is Carillion of the Fold, a famed sorcerer in Melfia, our hometown. I was fascinated by sorcery. And so, well, he's so unique, you see. When he set out for Drang Lake, I couldn't let him go alone, but we were separated. Quite early on, I'm afraid.
Carillion is the mage we met in No Man's Wharf. I didn't have enough intelligence to get him to talk to me and come back to. Majula probably won't do that. Maybe for lore videos, but not for this. But Carillion is that guy, and if you have enough faith, or enough intelligence, you probably already have him back at your camp by this point.
I'm rather unskilled. My lord probably ditched me. But, oddly, I'm a fast learner when it comes to pyromancy. What we're fascinated by, and we're skilled at, are not always the same thing. Why can't I just focus on what I truly enjoy? Oh dear, I shouldn't be so choosy. It's hardly my place. I have my very...
Okay.
I was
That's
when
all
he...
she's got to say.
Thank you. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord, but perhaps Majula.
Alright. I'm gonna go back out here before I open that door and talk to Benhart.
What? Clearing the way as you're doing, was it? Didn't think you had it in you, pal. No. That's not like it sounds, no. It was a pleasant surprise, that's all. Name's Benhart. Thanks to you, I can resume my journey. If we share the same path, I'm sure that we are gonna meet again. I'll repay my debt to you in battle. I swear it. By my sword. The road ahead's gonna be long, but I'm here to help. It's a true man who honours his debts, and I'll see mine paid. I swear it, by my ancient sword.
Let's learn our joy just yet.
And
yeah, that's all he says. Alright, the reason I came and talked to him beforehand is because once I pull on this switch here, that door is going to close, and you can open it again, but it's just easier to do it now. Come on, buddy. When you pull the switch, all these doors in the area open. I'm killing these guys in advance because it will make life a little easier for me. Oops. This will cut down on the number of guys I gotta kill when I pull the switch. After a few seconds, this door will open, and when that happens, Basilisk comes out. So you want to kill those guys as quick as possible. That was almost really bad. I got myself cornered in the room here. Almost got myself killed. It's okay though, we made it out alive. Alright. Well, let's do this first. Let's get this stuff. This here is an Estus Flash Shard. Pretty important. And over here is actually another bonfire. See, but we're not going to rest at it. Now here's the thing. Basilisk drops stones fairly commonly. At least fairly common compared to most mobs. This is a good place to farm if you want to get the stones from the Basilisk. However, when you respawn at the fire, this door will be closed and that door up there will be closed. You will have to pull this lever, which will open the door, but will also release all these, which have guys inside of them. Meaning you get to do essentially the same fight that we just did. Which doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, right? Right. So we're not going to do that. But we could, though, if we wanted to. Alright, we're going to run into the shaded woods now. That bow needs to be... I need to upgrade that bow. It's not nearly strong enough. Fading Soul. Epic loot. Alright. Be careful when you go in here. Up and to the left, there's actually a guy who throws rocks at you. There's also another guy. You saw him jump down there. If you run in, he jumps down behind you. So you gotta be careful. I mean, he's not difficult, but you gotta be careful not to get yourself surrounded. As with any enemies in Dark Souls. Ferros Lockstone. I don't know if it means anything that you find lockstones in so many different places or not. It is interesting. Not particularly impressive play right there. But he's dead. Okay. I hate these goblins. I'm not sure what the Shaded Woods is. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of lore surrounding it. It just really appears to be the place where Aldia maybe threw out some of its rejects. But there doesn't seem to be any particular lore to the area. And I may be wrong. I mean, maybe I just haven't noticed the lore. But I've never seen anything that gave me an indication of what's going on here. Go up here and let's talk to Creighton again.
Just wait, you dirty rat. I remember you. Don't you scare me like that. I thought you were him. That bastard with the ring lives in Brightstone Cove down the way. I'm gonna find him and settle the score. Nobody insults me like that. For the good of the world and for my own honour, I won't let that bastard live another day. For the good...
Okay, that's all he has to say. So Creighton's still pissed off. He'll be fine. He'll get over it. He'll get over it with a sword to the chest, probably. Okay, let's see. We can go this way and you can go this way, but there's only so far you can go in each direction because you're not intended to go those ways yet. There are a couple items, I think red tear stone ring, dragon something, crescent axe or something like that. One direction. Nothing like insanely good, but we'll go that way later on. But technically, the progression path is this way. Now, this looks pretty ominous, right? Shaded woods. Pretty crazy looking. There are invisible enemies all over in here. As you can see by the fact that I am hitting something. You can't lock onto them. Okay. You can't lock onto them. You can see them, but you have to kind of focus. They're pretty vague against the backdrop. Trying to hit them from a distance with any decent weapon is pretty tough. There are a few items in the area. One of them is the Chloranthy Ring +1, which is very nice, but not so nice that I feel like going through this area to find it. Really, how did I miss it? Ah, there we go. Right in the face. Come on, come on. Crap. He hit the moaning tree. There's some trees in the area that moan when they are hit. What? That was almost bad. They moan when they're hit, and they'll attract enemies to them. You can sort of use them as a lure if you want, but I'm not going to because I don't particularly care about staying out here. The easiest way to get through the area is just to stay to the left. If you stay to the left and just run, you can get to areas where the enemies won't follow you, this being one of them. There's a fire seed back here. Like I said, plenty of fire seeds to be found, but also there is a merchant here. This guy right here. This severed head.
Leave me be. I like it quiet. Leave me be. What business have you here, traveller? You may call me Vengal, if I deserve a name in this sorry state. 'Tis rare to flap these gums. This is pleasant.
No, I don't know how he's making noise without a body. It's a game, get over it.
Long ago, I was hired to defend the kingdom. I remember a long, brutal fight, and then somebody killed me. Or so I thought. I came to, and found myself like this. I don't know what explains it, but it's not so bad, really. Now I watch the days go by, and gaze at the night sky, thinking of the finer things. Far removed from war, I'd grown weary of battle, but did not realize it until now. I know not what brings you on this journey, nor will I deign to ask. You may bear a great burden, but don't we all? I prefer to stay my distance, but I want to warn you of something. My body, I see visions. My body, headless, raging without me. My body, wielding my sword, a sword forged only to kill. My body will show no mercy. If you see the wretched thing, stay far.
His buddy. He has a body, and it's around, and we will see it later on.
I learn new things every day. Things never learned in battle. And, thanks to you, I've recalled the joy of conversation. If I can help you, if you require something, do speak up.
Yep. Head of Vingarl is a merchant. You can learn the decapitate gesture from him. Pretty funny. He sells a claymore and a greatsword. He also sells the ring of soul protection. He sells destructive great arrows. He also sells gold pine resin and lightning urns. I'm gonna buy 2 of these. I'm not sure. I don't remember if the Blue Sentinels, if Targray sells lightning, gold pine resin or not. But either way, you can at least get it here at Vingarl if you want. And he sells magic barrier. And that's it. He doesn't go back to Majula, he always stays here.
I cannot lie. Sometimes I wonder what's become of the kingdom. I was a hired hand, yes, but we soldiers stared death in the eye together, and for His Highness. But perhaps it's for the best. We knew not what we fought for. I was born in Feroza, a land in the distant east. When I was born, we were already mired in prolonged conflict with our neighbours. Eventually, our kingdom fell, and our people scattered. I've been a sellsword ever since. All I ever knew was war, and I can imagine no other way to live. What a fool I was. I am grateful for these peaceful days, but such contentment lies only in the here and now. Why must life be so confounding? Thank you for lending an ear to my ramblings. Here, take these. I've no use for them.
He says these, implying that maybe at one time you were supposed to get something
Go along
else.
and resume your journey.
But he only gives you his helmet.
Farewell. I will retire.
His helmet's actually pretty solid. But I'm not going to wear it because I like my item discovery. Alright, we're going to keep running here and stay to the left still. Up here. I don't remember. Nope, no item over there. Alright. Fragrant branches of yore. What do we got? We got 2 of them. Okay, we'll be good. Alright, so we are in the ruins here. And the ruins are probably the most dangerous place we've been to so far. And the reason for that... One... Let's go up here first. Maybe I can show you. Let's pick up the item. What is this item? Life gem. Over there, I don't know if you can see it, but across past the chest is a curse jar. When you're near the jar, you build up curse constantly. Once you get cursed, you go hollow. You're losing, I believe, 10% of your life every time you're cursed. Now, important to note, this does not count as a death for a no-death run. However, obviously being cursed is going to make it harder to do a no-death run. So, if you do happen to get cursed, keep it in mind. You have not failed, but it is going to be hard. The other reason this place is hard is these lion knights. Now that guy down there is petrified, and we're going to kill him in a second here. But the lion knights are one of the toughest enemies in the game. In fact, they might be the toughest enemy in the game. See how it's building up curse there. They are resistant to pretty much everything. And they hit like trucks. On New Game Plus, a lion can, if he gets you in stun lock, kill you in 1 stun lock. Because he hits so hard. Probably kill me now in 1 stun lock. But we gotta brave those dangers. They are also pretty quick. And their hits build up curse. Yep. They're like just walking death machines. That guy there drops the Fang key, which we need because we're going to meet somebody here soon that we need the key for. But let's make some trips around the way here, see some other places. Alright. Now, if you run up here, it's possible to aggro 3 of these Lion Warriors at once, which isn't really that cool. We don't really want that to happen. So I'm going to aggro this guy. Get him to come over here by himself. Come on down. What I usually do is I run up here, then I run over here. You see this Lion Warrior over there and that one over there are both coming for me. If you hear laughing on the screen, it's the stupid curse jars. They're really annoying. They are the deads. Alright, let's go this way. Oh crap, I forgot. No, 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 no. No! I hate this area. Alright, let's give it a second. I don't know, is there an item that removes curse buildup? No, I only see poison fix. Oh well. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. Just need to get down here fast. Pick that up. Another lockstone. Okay. We bought the Ring of Whispers a while back. This is the reason for it. That guy down there is not hostile. He's actually a friend of ours. We're going to want to talk to him, but first I'm going to try, probably in vain. What? Why? Why do they even have these? I swear. They're just there to taunt you. That's all they're there for. To taunt you. Right. Now, you only have to talk to this guy here if you really want the items he has. He himself is not particularly useful. But for the sake of completion, we're going to do it. Let's throw on the Ring of Whispers.
Human, are we?
And we can talk to him.
This is no place for you. Be gone. Are you not afraid of me? Humans rarely come here. Those who do turn back when they see me. Or make an attempt on my life. But you are different. We once had a master. He created us long, long ago. But he was born with a fatal flaw. He resented those who had what he lacked and became fully mired in hatred. Eventually, he drove himself mad. It was at the peak of this madness that he conjured up we strange creatures. Our master was a tragically lonely soul. Eventually, his solitude eroded his very reason. In the end, he never understood what it was that he truly lacked. Nobody knows when we were born, or where our master has gone. The only ones who even speak a human tongue are myself and my better half. I wish to ask a favor of you. I want you to kill my betrothed. Once, I always found her at my side. But as time went on, things went awry. She became violent, raging uncontrollably. Eventually, she came after me, and we have been locked in combat ever since.
those are not actually eyes on his body. Those are wounds from being stabbed by his wife.
We seem to be at a standstill. The wounds we exchange are never lethal. I was born of my master's madness. Perhaps this is some curse. I will be sure to assist you in return.
Okay, so this is actually Man-Scorpion Tark. That's his name. Or maybe Man-Scorpion Tarkus was his name? I think Tark. Where's my thing? Right, there it is. He mentions that he was created by a master long ago. That master is Seath. Aw, man. Went the wrong way. He essentially tells you as much later on. Once you kill the Duke's Dear Freya and pick up the... What am I missing here? I don't think you have to do that, but I did. Once you kill the Duke's Dear Freya and pick up the Lord's Soul, and you come back and talk to him, he will tell you, "You killed my master." Now, obviously, he's not talking about the Duke's Dear Freya. The Duke's Dear Freya is probably also a creation of Seath, and in fact, she has Seath's soul on her in New Game Plus. So what he is saying is that he is the creation of Seath, along with his wife, and likely came about sometime after Dark Souls 1, their creation, because as you notice, he's a scorpion and a man fused together, and likely he was, well, it's not certain, but it's quite possible that he was, in fact, very likely that he was Tarkus from the first game. It's too similar a name. It doesn't seem to be coincidental. Soul of Brave Warrior, Twilight Herb. I think that's all that's over here. Yeah. Actually, I probably shouldn't use my Fragrant Branchy ore there, but oh well. What can I do? It's too late. Black Knight Halberd. This is where you find it, if you want it. It's up to you. I'm not going to use it, but you're more than welcome to use it. Alright, this video is getting kind of long. We haven't really done a whole lot yet. So let's run up here. Let's hurry along. We need to unlock... Ornifex. And we should probably kill Najka. Yes, if you get 2 of these curse jars together, they do stack. So keep that in mind. Bleeding serum, nothing amazing. Okay. See that giant basilisk over there? We have a couple choices for him. We could whittle him down with some arrows, but that's going to take a while. I'm just going to throw lightning spears at him until he dies. He has a lot of health. And shooting arrows at him would take a very long time. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me alright through this episode. I'm talking kind of quietly because it's a little late at night. I don't want to disturb people. Hopefully I'll be alright. Turn myself up in editing, maybe. Alright. He's dead, because that's what we do. We kill things. We don't ask where they came from, we just kill them. There is another lion. Right here. Lockstone, no, come on, move. That was close. I think that's the only thing in the area. Are you? There you go. I just had to do that to show you that that is a trap right there. It's a trap you don't want to fall down either. At the bottom here, there are a bunch of basilisks. And if you fall down, you will probably die. Or at the very least, be in trouble. Alright, we are going to take an editing break here for some much needed respite to the bathroom. So stay tuned, we will be back with this short interlude. I'm back. I'm alive. Barely. Alright, I said earlier that I wish I hadn't used that fragrant branch of yore, and this is why. If you use your fragrant branch of yore on this guy, there's another fragrant branch of yore in a chest behind him, and that means you would not have used up your fragrant branch of yore for no reason, like I did. But such is life. It's done. I can't do anything about it. Soul of Brave Warrior, more Skeptic Spice. I think there's too much Skeptic Spice in the game. It's too easy to get. Alright, there's another trap door here, right in front of me. Don't know if you can tell, but it's right there. We're gonna drop down this one. Because there is someone here we want to meet. Dark Diver Grandel.
Ah, look how far this undead has wandered. And a very fit undead you are. A bit too alive, but with a darkish shadow. Yet still unprepared for a deeper dark. And like every undead, you have no future. Oh my, don't mind me. I'm just talking amongst myself. But if you find a need for a truer dark, then meet again. We shall.
Dark Diver Grandel is a very interesting character. I've actually seen speculation that he may be a primordial serpent taking the guise of a human. He's got homing soul mass there. He seems to refer to the undead as if they are something other than himself. He also, let's pull out our lightning spears here. This stuff here, this is not toxic, corrosive pools. You don't want to touch them. Okay, well, it's not really the way I'd planned on doing that, but I guess that'll work. There were 4 of them, so yeah, and he dropped a Fire Drake Stone. Basilisks, like I said, have a decent chance to get stones from them. He hit them too. Nice. But anyway, yeah, Dark Diver Grandel's pretty interesting. He doesn't appear to be an undead. Just from the way he references you, he appears to imply the undead are something other than himself. And yeah, I've seen speculation that he could be a primordial serpent. And while I'm not aware of any lore that says the serpent should be able to turn to humans, I don't know if it's out of the realm of possibility. Alright, if this looks familiar, that's because it's from Dark Souls 1, one of the Velka Crow people.
Thank you for helping me. I am Onifex, I owe you some form of thanks, but have nothing for you at the moment. If it would not trouble you, could you visit my abode just down the way?
Sure.
Thank you.
Why not? Interesting thing to note. Ornifex references Seed as her creator. Now those crow people are found inside the painted world in Dark Souls 1. What does that mean? Does it mean that Seed is the creator of the painted world? Now obviously in Dark Souls 1 it's called the painted world of, I think, Aramis is just the name. Implying that some guy named Aramis made it. But maybe Aramis was just the guy who made the painting. Maybe Seed is the one who supplied the magic. And obviously you find Priscilla there. I don't know, it's interesting. It's not something I had thought about before. I never really connected Seed to the painting other than the fact that Priscilla was there. And obviously Priscilla was the creation or likely offspring of Seed. Seed had a pretty big role to play in this general area. We didn't get any of their gear, but the gear from these from the lion people says that they were created by, well, it doesn't say they were created by, it says they appeared suddenly a long time ago. They were likely creations of Seed as well. And in fact, this entire area could theoretically be where Seed's mansion was in Dark Souls 1. Not exactly the same place, but the same general area. Summon me and Scorpion Tark. If this isn't the area, then the area we're about to come up to here in a bit is definitely it. Because we will get to some of the same crystal caverns that we found in Dark Souls 1. Alright, Man Scorpion Tark's here. I don't think you actually have to summon him if you want to complete his quest. I think all you have to do is kill his wife in here, but why not? I should point out that he is pretty much useless in terms of fighting. But that's what I wanted her to do. Oh crap. That hurt. Really, Tark is just here to be a meat shield. That's his only purpose. Well, I was hoping he'd be a meat shield, but he's not really getting our attention. How did I miss? I don't know. It's just, this is not working. She is not someone that's particularly difficult by herself, so I don't necessarily know that I suggest you get a summon. But summons, if you have trouble with her, summons should make her light easier. She just went underground there. When she goes underground, you need to make your way either to something like this stone platform here, or just make sure you don't let her get under you. You see her puffs of smoke going around. If she gets under you, she will use an attack that just wrecks you. Ooh, Rapier's at risk. I think she's dead. Got Scorpion. So, up there, those are just a bunch of torches. If you get her to run into it, it'll knock that down. It's just flame butterflies to light your torches. Not personally worth it in my opinion. Alright. We could right now go back and talk to Tark, and he would give us... Actually, I think he gives us a dragon ring. Let's go talk to him. If he does give us a dragon ring, we want it. The dragon ring is really nice. It's a lot like the Ring of Favor from Dark Souls 1, except that it doesn't break if you take it off. And there are actually 3 versions of it: the first dragon ring, second dragon ring, and the third, each progressively better than the last. I don't remember if you get it for... I don't remember if you get it for killing his wife, or if you get it later on after. Oh. Okay then. Well, apparently you have to use a bonfire first. And I guess I don't really care about it that much, so rather than use a bonfire and fight through all the Lion Warriors again, we're just going to go on, get the next bonfire, and call it a video. Because this one's getting long, and we don't need to prolong it anymore. Run. Alright, through this doorway here is our next area. We are entering the doors of Pharos. Pharos is interesting because I'm not really sure what this place is. I don't know if Pharos was a kingdom, if Pharos was a guy who just was really, really good at building things and built tons and tons of stuff. This is sort of like his home. There was someone, at least, named Pharos, who made all those doors that you find around. But it's also possible that Pharos itself was a kingdom. It's hard to tell. At the very least, Pharos had himself a little hideout down here. And if these guys look familiar, it's because they are Gurm. The doors of Pharos are the Gurm hangout, so to speak. Now, this right here is a mimic. Do I have talismans? Okay. There we go. I don't know why, but I really suck at that. I miss more often than not. There's a black scorpion stinger there. Here's a bonfire. Next time we will go into the doors of Pharos. It is a heavy PvP area, but we will be offline for it so we don't get invaded constantly. That's it for this one. Later, dudes.